What is going on, guys? Trey coming back at your screen by means of the World Wide Web and just by means of a tutorial. I've been asked to do a breakdown of the weekly events for you guys. So I'm just going to go through each event of the week, basically explain what you can get, what is the most you will get from that event, and a lot of other different details about it. So let's go ahead and get right into the first event, starting with Monday's event. Here we have Karma Explosion Congregation of Souls. So just as it says there in the title, the most you're going to get out of Monday's event is going to be karma, guys. So we have 3 different levels here: Sacred Land of the Souls level 1, level 2, and level 3. Now, as I stated, you're going to get karma out of Monday's dungeon, guys. Just know that the higher the level, the higher the difficulty, but also the higher potential amount of karma you can gain from that dungeon. So doing level 1, you may get a little bit of karma. Level 2, you may get a lot of karma. Level 3, you may get a ton of karma. But there has been some instances where I've gotten more in doing level 2 than doing level 3. So it just depends on how your run goes, guys. But know that the higher difficulty, you get the potential of having more karma from that dungeon. So that's it for Monday's dungeon, guys. Let's move on to Tuesday's dungeon. Alright, guys, so for Tuesday, we have the dungeon called Enchanted Paradise. And basically what you guys are going to get here, and what you're going to get the most out of this event, guys, is going to be evolution materials for your units. So your units need evolution materials to evolve from 2-star to 3-star, 3-star to 4-star, etc., etc. So we have 4 different stages here you can select. The first level, you will be fighting nymphs. The second level, you will be fighting spirits. The third level, you will be fighting idols. And here at the top, phantom pots, you will be fighting what are called pots. And as I stated before, guys, these are all evolution materials that you are going to need in order to evolve your units to a higher and more powerful level. And that is what you are going to get out of Tuesday's dungeon, guys. So let's go ahead and get on to Wednesday's dungeon. Alright, guys, so Wednesday's dungeon is called Cave of Desires. And the most you are going to get out of this dungeon, guys, is going to be more evolution materials. So the evolution materials, once again, are what you need in order to evolve your fighters into a more powerful fighter, usually the next level up. So they have 3 different levels here. You have the Box of Desires level 1, in which you will get regular mimics, an evolution material that you will need in order to evolve a fighter. In the Box of Desires level 2, you will get what are called bat mimics, which are a little bit tougher to defeat, but they're also better because they are evolution materials for stronger fighters. And then the most recently released, the Box of Desires level 3, which you will have to complete in order to acquire what's called a dragon mimic. And a dragon mimic is what you need in order to evolve really powerful fighters, guys. So Cave of Desires, once again, is a dungeon that you are going to try to conquer in order to get powerful evolution materials for your units, guys. So that's Wednesday's dungeon. Let's move on to Thursday. Alrighty, guys, so our Thursday dungeon is called Oasis of the Gods. And once again, this is another dungeon where you're going to get evolution materials. But these are top of the line premier evolution materials, guys. They are called totems, and you need them to evolve fighters, usually to 5-star, and some of our newly released 6-star fighters need them as well. So you have a totem of each element here. You have runes of fire, runes of water, runes of earth, and runes of thunder. Once you get to the end of one of these 4 dungeons, you will fight the totem of the element that you chose. So hopefully you will be able to defeat it and capture it, as it is a necessary evolution material to evolve your unit into a more powerful form. Also, one thing to note, the Ruins of Miracles here is the top level. You can challenge this dungeon in order to get what's called a miracle totem. And a miracle totem is usually what you need to evolve a fighter from 5-star to a 6-star unit. Now in any of these dungeons, any of them, all 5 of them, you have a chance to run into either a light totem or a dark totem. And that is the most you are going to get out of these totem dungeons, guys. Evolution materials, hopefully you can run into a light or dark totem, because you also need those to evolve your light and dark units. So there you have it for Thursday's dungeon, guys. Let's move on to Friday's dungeon. Alright guys, now we move on to our Friday dungeon, which you see here is called Hostile Relics. So Friday's dungeon is where you are going to go to get a lot of materials, guys, for fusing items. So that's the most you're going to get out of this event. A lot of rare items that are necessary in order to fuse a lot of rare things that you can synthesize in the town. So you have the Wandering Spirit level 1, level 2, level 3, and level 4. So you have 4 different levels here, 1 being the easiest, 4 being the most difficult, but 1 yielding some nice rewards while 4 yields the best rewards. So go here, guys, on Fridays when you want to get a lot of materials in order to fuse some really good items together in town. If you do level 4, you can get the best items such as mega cures and holy lights, or you can go and just do level 1 and you will get some of the lower end item materials for cures and things of that nature. So that wraps it up for our Friday dungeon. Let's move on to our weekend dungeon. Alrighty guys, finally we've made it to our last weekly event, which will be our weekend dungeon, which is called the Golden Vault. So the most you are going to get out of this dungeon, guys, is going to be Zale, basically the currency of the Brave Frontier world. So we have 3 levels here: Gold Valley level 1, level 2, and level 3. Now the levels grow in difficulty, 1 being easy, 3 being the most difficult, but 3 also gives you the most amount of Zale, and you also have chances to capture jewel units, the jewel ghosts, the jewel kings, and jewel gods. And what you want to do with those is sell them for a extremely high amount of Zale, guys. So if you are in need of some Zale, participate in the weekend dungeon and you could be able to gain a lot of currency necessary in order to strengthen yourself in the world of Brave Frontier. So there we have it, guys. All of our weekend, or all of our weekly dungeons rather, broken down into a nice tutorial video for you. I hope you enjoyed it and found it very informative and helpful. Please continue to like, subscribe, favorite, share, comment, and everything else. And of course, I will be back at you with more Brave Frontier videos soon. Later, guys.